Sample the following. You want to win the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in 2022. And obviously, to do that, you need votes. You need a lot of votes. Now you're well aware that the governor of Migori, Okoth Obado, is an accused person in court. He's a suspect. He has been charged in a court of law with murder. You also know that emotions, not only in Migori, but all over the country, are very high. You know for a fact that most Kenyans are very disgusted at this man called Okoth Obado. He is a married man, and yet he has confessed to having an affair with a young girl who was also married, and seems to have walked out of her marriage for your money. Now, you know most men don't have feelings. To most men, this is nothing. It's irrelevant. It's not relevant to politics. However, may I remind them that politics is about human beings, and human beings are about emotions. And based on the few polling stations I visited during the last elections in 2017, a majority of the voters are women. And women are very emotional. And once a woman does not like you, she does not like you. And this is why, if you have closely followed political analysis in places like the United States, you will notice that the good looks of a candidate are extremely important. And that is why some people have lost presidential elections simply because of their looks. And you can be sure that is women voters. More women voters than men voters. The long and short of what I'm trying to say is that public opinion is extremely important in politics. And that is why you will now understand me perfectly by saying the visit today by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, to Migori, where he'll be hosted by the governor of Migori, Okoth Obado, a murder suspect, is something I would only call political suicide. I can guarantee you that if a quick poll was done countrywide, before the announcement of this news, and after the announcement of this news, of DP William Ruto being hosted by Okoth Obado, it would have very clearly shown, the popularity of the Deputy President taking a nosedive. In all likelihood, he has lost a couple of million votes, and I'm very serious, a couple of million votes, or even let's be generous to the Deputy President. He has lost, at least a handful of 100,000 votes, just because of this single political move. So why? Why is he doing it? Why did he do it? Now, I'm well aware that I have very many people on this channel who are supporters of the Deputy President and who are very eager that the Deputy President takes over, as the permanent resident of State House for 5 years in 2022. I love you guys, but cut me some slack. Explain to me what is really happening here. Because this move by your man makes absolutely zero sense. Now, this strange, bizarre visit by the Deputy President to Migori gets even stranger when you listen to what the Suna East MP has to say, Bwana Junet Mohammed. Of course, Suna East is within Migori County. Mheshimiwa Junet Mohammed says, number one, the road that is being launched has been operational for 3 years. It's not a new road. Number two, he says the ODM party was not invited. Number three, he says he is not interested in participating in 2022 campaigns, and advises other ODM bigwigs and other ODM politicians in the county to stay away from 2022 campaigns. What? So according to Bwana Junet Mohammed, this so-called launching of a road is not the launch of a new road. What it looks like, very clearly here, is that somebody forced an excuse to go to Migori. Forced an excuse to be hosted by Okoth Obado. Forced, in my view, political suicide. Now, we all know political campaigns can be very brutal. Can you imagine what people would say in the next presidential campaigns, if indeed DP William Ruto will be on the ballot? If indeed the political situation will remain the same, which I doubt, what would the people say in the event, in case Okoth Obado is found guilty by a court of law? What would DP Ruto's opponent in the presidential race say about him and this Migori visit? However, despite my opinion and my views, there are those who are not surprised that DP William Ruto is visiting his friend Okoth Obado. Yes, I said his friend. Now, I know this will surprise most of you, but the truth is the political relationship and the political closeness between DP William Ruto and Governor Okoth Obado goes way back. It goes way back to the days when Okoth Obado was chairman of the Sugar Board. He had never even been elected politically yet. Now, let's look at a bit of history, quick history. Up to 2007, Governor Okoth Obado was nothing but a humble principal of a secondary school called Chunge Secondary School in Uriri constituency, right inside Migori. Now, in the general elections of that year, he suddenly quit and vied for the parliamentary seat of Uriri constituency. Actually, he vied in the ODM primaries. This was his first dive into politics. Now, the truth is, he worked very hard and is the one who's supposed to have won those primaries. But he was rigged out. That's the truth. And he learned a lesson. He probably told himself, never again will he be rigged out. Now, in those elections, he ended up supporting Cyprian Ojwang, who ended up winning those particular elections. But the next big thing people heard was that he was chairman, he had been appointed chairman of the Sugar Board. One of his big political godfather, who was responsible for this good thing which had suddenly happened to him, was none other than William Samoei Ruto. Indeed, it is Okoth Obado's close relationship with DP William Ruto that has always caused jitters inside the ODM party. Now, it is very interesting to me, at least to me, that Okoth Obado is very similar to his political godfather. Both persons are very emotional and they bring emotions into their politics, which is a very dangerous thing to do in politics. We've always said that on this channel. Anyway, I wanted to draw your attention to what happened in July 2018, when Raila Odinga asked Okoth Obado at a public meeting, to shake hands with Ochilo Ayako, his arch rival, to make up, to forgive each other, shake hands publicly. Okoth Obado flatly refused to shake the hand of his political nemesis. Clearly showing that this political rivalry runs very deep. Clearly showing very strong emotions in the governor of Migori County. Very sad, because as I've always said on this channel, emotions can cancel out your knowledge, your education, your skills. They cancel out everything about you, and they just reduce you to an emotional mess, waiting to happen even in politics. The truth is, Obado is a very qualified, competent man. He's a CPA Kenya, in case you didn't know. He also has an MBA from the University of Nairobi. So this is somebody who is very knowledgeable. And I mentioned those qualifications very deliberately. I haven't even mentioned the fact that his first degree was a BA from KU, Kenyatta University, in 1988. I've not mentioned that deliberately. My point being that somebody with an MBA and somebody who's a CPA Kenya, it does not make sense to be accused for the things he's being accused for by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Registering companies in the names of his relatives. Registering companies which have already been paid. That is, a company is already paid by the county, but then it is registered later after the payment has been made. The accusations against Mr. Obado don't make sense because somebody with an MBA and a CPA Kenya would have found smarter ways of doing what he's being accused of doing. Anyway, let me just leave it at that. So the long and short of what I'm saying here is that Okoth Obado and DP William Ruto go back a long way back. And therefore, this vote of confidence by the Deputy President, because that's what it looks like, this vote of confidence by the Deputy President on the Migori governor would hardly be surprising to somebody who knows this background. Still, to me, it still does not make any sense because this is politics. You can call your friend and tell him, look, this is politics. I can't come to Migori just now. Let's wait for your case to be determined. Coming there will affect my votes. You can come to my current home secretly and I will give you a pole. But a public meeting, me and you being seen together in public, for now, I pass. You can say that. But an arrogant visit to Migori County, ignoring everything that is happening in the country at the moment, ignoring the feelings of many Kenyans, is a very wrong political move, according to me. And indeed, I think it should be obvious. And then to make matters worse, you use the excuse of a road that has been in use for over 3 years. You say you're going to open it, you're going to launch it. Really, what are you launching? You're launching an old road? Gosh. Folks, I'm puzzled. And I need somebody to help me out here and explain to me why this visit? Why now? Because it makes absolutely zero sense to me. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha. Cartels in Kenya are so powerful. It is impossible for the government of Kenya to bring them down. And that is why the latest moves by the DEA in the United States is causing quite a lot of jitters back home here in Kenya. They were not, under any circumstances, going to lose their grip, their grip on power. But there's something else the cartels had started doing way back in 2007. They started fielding candidates in very prominent, powerful political positions so that their influence would remain guaranteed. And we're going to name those individuals shortly.